Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, so a couple things happened. Had to do some things. Put some technology on the boat. We're back. Oof, it's windy. We are back. That's the wind speed. That's the wind direction. Everything else is kind of jarbled right now. So, what has happened? Well, it works. Everything works. It's just in the final test, I didn't bring the slurry or the fresh water. So I got it down to the surface. I planted it on the surface, and I couldn't drill. They didn't have the slurry or the fresh water. So that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna plant it. All right. Oh yeah, there's the surface there. All right, let me check to see if it's planted. Swim down there. Appears to be anchored. Excellent. Good positioning too. All right. So everything else should go as planned. Finally. So let's see. First thing we want to do is let's get this cradle out. Now there's been there's been a lot of issue with this. A lot of issue. All right. we'll turn on the magnets. We'll release the floats. Let's send those up. Alright, so now what we need to do is connect. Connect this. Yeah, still just setting everything up here. We'll set it up and then this will connect here. So the other issue, I put little pumps to bring slurry into the drill and out of the drill, and at a certain depth the pumps don't work. So that was the first issue that had to be dealt with. And then the second issue that had to be dealt with, I didn't bring any slurry when I came back. I brought seawater. So I came all the way back, got everything set up, tried to see what was going on. Got to the point where I set up again and I was able to drill, and it wouldn't drill. So there's only one issue. If it doesn't drill, there's only one issue, and that is slurry. So this side brings slurry into the ship, into the filter, and then from the filter, the slurry goes back into the tank, and then from the tank, it's going to go back down, and that's how that works. Now we can turn the pumps on, get everything primed. Here, and then now we need to figure out which is the supply and which is the. So when you're looking at it, blue returns the slurry to the ship, and green supplies the slurry. So this one over here is blue. So this returns the slurry to the ship. So I'll have to color code these the buoys as well. So let's see, so we come around the back. So it returns the slurry to the ship. That's that one there. We can let that out. Alright, and then this one over here sends the slurry down to the drill. Alright. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so that way the ropes have the fluid connectors on it. And that way if a wave comes, I can just press a button and it'll detach all the connectors automatically. Alright, so that's set up, that's set up, that's set up. Now the next thing we need to do is send down some pipe. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save it. Save often when you're in the ocean. Alright, so pipe number 1. The cradle is a little low. So we'll send that down. And then we'll have to go down there and guide it into place. That's probably enough. So we'll take this as the bottom. I made like a little diving bell, just in case, like, obviously there's sharks and stuff, so I don't know what I'll have to do. I'll have to figure something out around that. Yeah, so basically we just position it there. There we go. Alright, so let's do a couple of things here. We need to unlock. Oh, the next thing lock. Okay, is the lights on? Yeah, just very dark. Okay, so this one here needs to go the other way. For now, and then the clamp pipe needs to be on. And we'll have to go back down. It's the middle of the night, it's hard to see. So. Have to do this a couple of times. Swim all the way back down. Alright, so it's just sitting there. How's it sitting there like that? So we could probably pick it up on this side. And now it needs to be picked up by that connector. There we go. Okay. Now we go back up to the surface. Now, if we go down, alright, we are going to release that, and then Oh, there it is. Alright, so we could pluck that from the water. Get it set up so we can get a second one. Now we have to connect it from the back side. Just like that. There we go. Like we're all set, basically. I just want to send in, we need 2 rods to drill. So, we're all set up. We may as well send another one down. I hope it's loud enough. It should be. It should be loud enough there with everything going on. Holy, this winch is slow. I'll put keypads everywhere so we can speed this up. There it is. Alright. So now what we want to do is we can say clamp pipe and we can come down a little bit and we can make this go in. Oh, it's just so smooth. It's so smooth. And then we can say clamp pipe off. And that can go out, and then I can go down with this. There. Now it's connected to the drill. Then I can get rid of it. And it won't go anywhere. And if I think it's going to go somewhere, we can clamp it with the other clamp. So what I'm going to do is I'll wait for daylight. Let's see, we can connect pipe clamp. There we go. So now it's clamped. We can even use the table clamp too, but I'm not going to dabble with that just yet. So, let's send down one more rod. That's a good grab. Excellent. Okay, let's send this down. All right. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to turn plant pipe on. Now, I don't know where it is. There it is. Yeah, eventually we're going to need some type of equipment because in the Arctic it's going to be cold, sharks and stuff. So what I'm doing right now, I want to try and build a submersible or something to do. Bring the pipe down and just place it inside this, and then it'll be perfect. It'll be absolutely perfect. All right, so we get this inside again. Oh no, it's got to go up there. Oh, it has to be just so straight, or else it won't. Or else it won't clamp. It has to be straight. Click. All right, that's pretty good there. Oh, it is clamped now. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so that's 2 rods. We got both rods in. Excellent. Now we can try and drill. Finally. And the sun is coming up. This is going to be good. All right, so let's see if we can release this cradle. Down so we can see it. We'll release the magnet, and then you have to be careful when you, because it pulls so fast. It'll grab onto the rig and it'll just capsize you. That's happened to me a couple times already. Okay, so where's the pipe? Oh, there it is. Oh, I came down a bit fast. I see. Okay, so now what we want to do is like it's so easy. All right, now we're clamped. Now we get rid of that clamp and we do that, and then now we're going to switch cameras to this one, and we're going to watch. It's so cool. Then let's save it. Let's save it. Then the pipe connector. It is take the clamp off. We just have to slide it to there. Clamp it. Look, it's aligned. Connect pipe. Clamp table. Unclamp that. We can move that out of the way. Now we are ready to start to drill, in theory. So let's start the drill. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off infinite electricity and infinite fuel. It appears to be drilling. Let me see if we can drill at 1. Oh, look at how fast that's going. Let's go down and take a look at it. Let's go down and take a look at it. There it is. Oh, success! The ultimate success. The ultimate success. Alright, so let's get back up to the ship. So we can drill to a point. I mean, I think we should drill to... We have to be within range, so long as we're within range of the connector. You know, we could drill to there and then stop. And just let it slow down. And now we have to let everything recharge. And while everything's recharging, still gonna drill. Right, take the pipe clamp off. Just like that. That's smooth. Now we're drilling underwater. Deep underwater from our ship. On a really fine day. Alright, let's see if we can get one more down there. And we can draw. It doesn't really matter what's heavy. It's just so light. So we need just a little bit more equipment. A little more thought needs to go into some of this stuff. But that's it, really. Now I gotta check the video and hopefully the sound's good. Hopefully the sound came through all right. We'll send down one more rod. I don't imagine the seafloor is that thick. That's the whole idea here behind this, right? So we're 135 feet down. So think about that. That'd be about 13 or 14 rods from the surface to get down to the sea floor, and then we would have to drill through the sea floor. So we're saving ourselves all that time. All right. That's a bit too low. I like it. It's just, it's a creative way of playing the game. That's what I really enjoy about this. Like, look what we're doing. This is so cool. All right, let's send this one down. See, I saved because you just, like I say, you never know when a wave's going to come in and wipe you out. But there's nothing like saving and then just after you save, you explode or you get wiped out. That's happened so many times. Alright, so we get this down here. This is exciting. Yeah, this is definitely the easiest way to drill for oil. I do like the drill ships, don't get me wrong. They're huge. They're awesome. I do want to build one more. Just that encompasses everything, makes gas like an all-in-one. I'm going to need something like that for when we go to space. So that's going to be coming up here. We're just going to modify one of the tankers that make it into an all-in-one kind of thing. See, this ship isn't quite big enough to have a submersible on it. The displacement just can't quite displace enough. I don't think with all the equipment that we have on it. Did it get grabbed? Cool, cool. Okay. so smooth, this thing. Okay, so we're ready to drill. Is that easy? Drilling for oil. Well, that is going to do it for today's video. I was kind of hoping there'd be a little more background sounds from Stormworks. Hopefully, I'll listen to the video before I upload it. Hopefully, it's a good one. If not, yeah, I apologize for that. But there we have it. It works. I'm going to modify it a little bit. I'm going to add and change around a few things, and then I'll put it on the workshop. And I'll put a link to it in the description of either this video or the next video that I post when we come out here with the tanker to try and we're probably getting low on slurry, and we probably got lots of fresh water. Yeah. Yeah. And there's a couple more things that we want to gather that we want to get from the well. We want to know the depth and all that kind of stuff as well. I mean, it's not like it's that important, but then we can just grab it, right? Then we can fly over this with the airplane, and we can know the depths. All right, so we can stop that now. So we can drill. It drills. The ship can handle it. The ship can drill. All right, so now I'm going to save it. All right. So yeah, now it's just like I say. Now we just got to start feeding more pipe down, and we'll go from there. I should check the slurry levels too. We'll do that. Then I'll end the video here. We'll check the slurry levels and see how this is going. It's getting dark, and I imagine there's a storm on the way. So that's where we stopped. Oh, we can still go one full. We can still go for quite a bit, actually. We're only 13 down, yeah. See, we could still go one full rod. But I don't know if I want to come down that far. Okay, so we can keep drilling for a little bit. And as far as slurry goes, I have to make sure we have enough slurry. And this is kind of where it gets questionable, right? There might not be enough fuel to stay out here to tap a well, so we might need an auxiliary. Lots of water. Yeah, getting light on the slurry. So as far as the drill goes, it's showing that we can drill for quite a ways. Let's keep drilling. Cool, so I'll keep drilling. We'll figure out what the well depth is, and then in the next video, we'll deal with that. So thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribing, you guys are awesome. And I will see you all in the next one.